Shalom Lakem, Kol Yeshara'al. How's your peace, Israel? Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be looking at the geographical roadmap when it comes to the Table of Nations. I'm going to just give some helpful pointers into where or who is who. That's the best way of putting it. Because this has greatly assisted me on my journey to understand who's who. Because when you understand who's who, then you understand why people behave the way they behave. Because every tribe has a particular tendency of behavior, and it's narrated in the scriptures. You see. So the Table of Nations, or the descendants of Noah or Nach. We're gonna go into it. Okay. So it says here. It says now these are the generations of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Unto them were the sons born after the flood. Okay, so there were three children that were descendants. So what we at the time that after the flood, the earth pretty much looks like how we're looking at now, this map here. It looked a lot different before the flood. So the children of Ham in the Hebrew vernacular would be this area here. These are the Hamitic people, right? You'll find majority of the people from Ham are here. Okay, now there are obviously other areas of the world, but this is where you're going to find the largest tabernacle of Ham. Right? Let's go back. We've got Sham. Right? Sham is the way of pronouncing Shem in the Hebrew vernacular. So Sham would be everywhere from the Middle East, what would you say, Saudi Arabia, going all the way right. Right? Now, there is a particular country there that isn't actually part of the lineage of Sham, uh, which we're going to go into afterwards. But let's just, for the sake of understanding what the geographical place, it's basically the land region is from the Middle East, where the edge of Egypt, all the way going right, and having the below Turkey as the kind of ceiling, going all below Turkmenistan, going all the way across China. These are all from the lineage of Sham, the Shemitic people. Okay, all of these areas here, Philippines these are all from Sham. Okay, so now we've got Ham is over here. We've got Sham, which is going across over this area here, all of this central and east area, and then we're gonna go back to Yapat. Okay, in the Hebrew it's Yapat, not Yafeth. That's an English way of saying it. His name is Yapat, and Yapat is in the northern regions, which is all it's Europe. All of this area here, this is all Yapat. All of this from the bottom, from Turkey and up. Now, the country I was talking about, who is actually in the Shemitic area, which is actually prophesied that that Yapat would dwell in the tents of Shem, is Iran. We're going to go into that in shortly about who Iran is. But Iran, they are from the Yapat. They're from the children of Yapat. Bani, Yapat, right? And then all of these above, the stans, and then, Mongolia is going to be a mixture of Russia, which is Yapat, as China is Sham, okay? So Mongolia is going to have a mixture, Mongoloid, you see, mixture. Okay, so that's like the borderline. Mongolia, Kazakhstan, the Stans, and then you know, yeah, all the northern parts is Yapat. Why is that important? Well, we're going to go further um into the children of Yapat. Okay, so Yapat or Yafeth had a son called Gamar. Right, I'm going to be pronouncing him in the Hebrew. So if you see something slightly different, just try to use your own initiative. So Gamar is in these regions here. This is Gamar. Okay, Europe, to be specific, right? This is where the children of Gamar, Bani Hagamar, right? That's where they dwell, okay? Majority of them. If you're gonna fight, I'm not saying they don't dwell in other places. That's where the majority of them dwell. Then we've got Magawag. Magawag is over here, okay? Magawag. This is where Magawag is. Bani Magawag, the children of Magawag, or Magog in English. Then we've got Madi, okay? Madi, which is going to be in the country that I spoke about, which is Iran. They made a if you read in the Book of Jubilees, they made a pact that they would move from the land that they were given to dwell in this region over here. That's why they're in the midst of the Shemitic people. And it's a prophecy. It says that Yapat or Japheth will dwell in the tents of Shem. So that is actually a prophecy fulfilling that these are the tents of Shem, and one of the children of Yafat or Japat is dwelling there, which is Mahdi. Okay, because then you'll go into Medio Persia, which is the Medes, which is Iran, and Persia, which is pretty much all the countries on the right hand side of it, which is Afghanistan. And you understand, right? Right. So that's the children of Yapat. Oh no, we haven't finished. Sorry, we've got Yavan, or in the Hebrew, Yawan, right? And that is going to be the areas here. Greece is the center focal point, and anyone on the outside of it, right? Yawan is going to be here. You're going to probably find them in a bit of Turkey because they're kind of similar, and you may find them on the left in Italy. But this is the center point of Yawan, using the Mediterranean Sea, right? Then we've got Mashach, which is dealing with the stans, right? This region over here. This is Mashach, okay? Okay. And then we've got Tayaras, which is dealing with a region of Magawag, but it's more closer to Europe. So this area here is Tayaras. So they don't necessarily have their own country, but they're immersed amongst Magawag, right? So this is where Tayaras would be. Okay, so that's the Banai or Bani Ha Yapat. That's the children of Yapat. That's where the majority of them are. I'm not saying that they wouldn't be in other places on the earth, but there is a high chance if someone comes from that region, they are from those places that we spoke about. Let's go into a bit more detail. So we're going to go into the children of Ham. Okay, the children of Ham. Right. So one of the children of Ham is Kawash. Kawash. Right. Kawash comes from this area over here. Right. Ethiopia, Eritrea. These are the children of Kawash. Typically, they say that the Ark of the Covenant is there, and only one person is allowed to visit it. Who knows? But we know that there was a connection between Solomon and and I think it's Sheba, Queen Sheba. Um, so there could be something going on there. I think they're one of the countries that never really got colonized in a sense. So Maybe the Father has his hand over that place because of that Ark of the Covenant. Who knows? I'm not saying it, but could be. It could really be true. Uh, Oh yeah, Mitzrayim. Okay, Mitzrayim. Okay, that is dealing with all from coming from Egypt, right? Even in Israel, the Palestinians or the Philistines, they are not Europeans. They may have light complexion, but they are from the tribe of the Philistines. They are actually connected with Egypt. Why do you think when it came to the peace, while they were having to make peace and had to sign things, why do you think the Egyptian prime minister or whatnot, or whoever's in charge up there, had to go and be a part of it? Because they are the same people. They are the Philistines. If you look in if you check into the scriptures, you'll find that the Philistines, I think they descend from a tribe called Lawad, which is from the tribe of Mitzrayim. So they are part of the Egyptians. They are from the tribe of Mitzrayim. So as the Sudanese, so all where the Nile is, the Mitzrayim people, Bani Ha-Mitzrayim, they are the people of the Nile. That's where they dwelt. So everywhere from Egypt, going down to Sudan, South Sudan, and even from granddad's people, they're North Uganda. Even you find them in Kenya, which is even, what's that guy, the president who was Barack Obama? He's from Mitzrayim. He's an Egyptian. He's a true Egyptian. Okay, so that's where the children of Mitzrayim dwell. Bani ha-Mitzrayim. Let's continue. Now we've got the children, Bani ha-Pawat. Right here it says foot, but his name is Pawat. They dwell in this area. Remember, we're dealing with the children of Ham. Okay, so this area here, Zimbabwe, would be a very focal point, but everywhere outside of Zimbabwe would be Pawat. Okay, coming into South Africa as well. Okay, this is where Pawat would be. Then we've got Canaan. Okay, or they call them Canaanites or Canaan. So Canaan obviously was in that land. Canaan is one of those tribes that was actually, they were seafaring people, so they kind of traveled a lot. You'll find a lot of them in Europe now, but actually you're going to find a lot of Canaanites or Canaan in the DRC because they are Hamitic people as well. They have dark skin complexion, but they also have light skin complexion, very white, to be honest. Okay, so you're going to find a large majority of them are going to be in the DRC, Congo. You're also going to find them in Uganda, right? And you're also going to find them in Kenya, okay? Then you're also going to find them in South Africa. You're going to find them in Australia, okay, in large quantities. And you're going to find them, a lot of them, in Canada, okay, as well as, United States and things like this. But they're all over the place, to be honest. But the majority of them you'll find in DRC, South Africa. I think those are the main hub points. All right. I think I'm going to end it there. We're going to do the Shemitic people another time. There's a few little areas that I need to just clarify by the Father. But I only hope the read and listen to this word will be blessed by this. So may Yahweh bless you. May Yahweh keep you. May Yahweh cause his face to shine upon you. May Yahweh be gracious to you. May Yahweh lift up his countenance upon you. May Yahweh grant you everlasting peace in Yahshua. I'm a shout, I pray. Selah.